It feels nice cuando te...
Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my second time making a YouTube video, but the first one I didn't promote, but it's on my channel, so if you want to watch it, go for it. It's basically an introduction, but not like this one. This one I'm actually going to go deep into who I am and the people in my life. But I'm going to go like into a topic in my life. That'll be, well, you'll find out later on. My name is Amaris Cabrera. It's kind of hard to pronounce, and Cabrera, I think anyone can spell that. If you can't, figure it out. I'm 18 years old and I'm a student. Not in college yet. Next year that'll be. This is my last year in high school, and this is why I made the YouTube video. Today I was hanging out with what's left of friends, but let me talk to you about myself a little bit. I am pretty closed when it comes to letting people in my life, and I guess I'm pretty open to being social, but those two things contradict each other, if you know where I'm going. At some point I had many friends, and that's where I'm going with this. And now I guess it's a whole different circle, but with people who were there before. During my middle school years, I met people who I thought were going to be there the whole entire journey of my life, and I don't think that anything has changed about that. It's just the concept of how they're going to be there, or how close we are going to be being in my life, because none of the people that I was friends with I'm actually like enemies with. It's just that we have space between each other more than like friends do. So I don't consider certain people friends, but I also don't like consider them my enemies, you know. Like, I guess you can call them acquaintances, but it's a little more complicated than that. And that's why I'm here to talk about it. So at some point they were let me see, so it was a pair of twins, a single, then I and two girls and another single. So between, I don't even know how many I counted. One of them was my cousin, who is always gonna be there, and then the girls who are still in my life. They're called Melina and Marielle. Melina and Marielle are literally the only two people that I like consider how would I say, friends for life, because even though we don't talk every day, we're still pretty close whenever we do see each other. And we saw each other today, and we had like this conversation about like how this is basically our last summer together before we go off to college, and you know how like it's sad because we thought that it was gonna be a little, you know, like time flies by and you gotta enjoy what you have while it lasts, because at some point you realize that like the time that you thought you had a whole lifetime to spend, like it's going by pretty quick. And when you come to a conclusion and realize that it's like, damn, it's that time already, you're gonna realize that the thing that you think it's so far away, it's literally, it feels like it's months apart and from like life goals, or at least that's how it feels to me. um we we were friends since middle school, sixth grade. We weren't close, but we were what you would consider friends. And then seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade, our relationships developed well until 10th grade. Um, the twins and and the other single that's in the group, um, we were nail and dirt, if you know what I'm saying. Um, that's a Spanish saying. I just try to translate it. I don't know if it works, but we were pretty close. Things happened. We realized that we didn't have as much in common as we thought we did, and we basically split and took our different ways. And I mean, for me to do that, it was pretty hard because I wasn't just splitting from them, but I was splitting from the single too. I don't want to mention names because I mean I know they know who they are and everything, but I don't know if they're comfortable me talking about them. And then it was hard for me at that time. I was going through a lot of stuff and I just asked for space, but it turned out into like a whole big deal. And then like there was a lot going on in all of our lives. It's just that I guess at some point I didn't know how to handle it and I just took my space. And after I did take my space and I realized like what I wanted and how I wanted my life to work, I realized that there wasn't much in common as I thought there was. And I don't know, I guess we distanced each other from each other, and we're still in each other's lives, just not as friends, but we're not enemies, just clarifying. Where it's going, I don't know where it's going. I don't think it's going anywhere better than what it was. I guess it's just gonna get a little, like, not a little, maybe a lot worse than what it is now. And I don't think it's worse. It's just that I've come to terms with it and I'm fine with it. I just didn't think it was gonna end like that because when you are a kid and you have dreams about like who you want to be, you imagine who are the people that you want to be there. And when you realize that those people aren't gonna be there, it just gives you like this feeling of like how quick things can change. And I guess it's an uncomfortable feeling, but at the same time it's like when you take a deep breath and you feel relieved because it's just like your paths are clearing. And I guess it's like a clear path for you to walk through. That's how it feels. Like it's worrying but policing at the same time. There are new people in my life since then. I have a friend like different from the circle who I do consider a friend, and then there is somebody else, and I think those people are gonna be there for me, but I don't have high expectations on anybody because I don't like having high expectations after what I went through. And I don't mean that to like offend anybody or hurt anybody, like, or to let them feel like they're not important to me, because they are. And obviously, like, I don't want those people to feel like at some point like I wouldn't care if they walked out of my life. Like, I do care, but it's not like I'm gonna hold the door closed for anybody, because I've learned to cope with things that I can't control. Like if I see that you will walk away from me, I will let you know that I don't want you to, but I won't stop you from doing it. Um, I wanted to talk more about Melina and Maria because I feel like every time we get together, it's the funnest thing ever. We're comfortable talking about life and like our dreams, and I love talking about my dreams because I feel like I'm getting there, um, and I'm getting there pretty easily. Like I'm not struggling to get there. I'm just coping with time, or like managing my time the way I'm like I guess every teenager is supposed to handle it. Um I don't want anybody to feel like they're important to me. That's what I'm trying to say. There are probably the only two people that I want them to be there for the rest of my life. Like me in my 20s, me in my 30s, me in my 40s, me in my 60s if I get there. And after that, like continue to have them there until like at some point one of us dies and the other one and then the other one. But I feel like we are going to be there for each other. Maybe not close, like living together, like close by, because we do have different plans in life, and I'm fine with that. But like at least get together every few years and talk about life, because we do have dreams, and when we talk about them we get so excited and we laugh, and it's like, I know at this time like some people look at it like it's foolish, but to me it's not foolish, because when we were talking about it today, it just made me feel like, damn, we're almost there, like beginning. And no, I'm not planning to do YouTube for life, because this literally is my first YouTube video that I'm like putting out there, and I don't know what it's gonna turn into. I don't like have the highest expectations on it, but I'm also like hoping it does get somewhere, like anybody else who uploads a video out there. um how it is with them, it's great, and it was great like with all of us, but at some point it just became like a little too complicated. Everybody took space. We all have our separate lives. We all do our own thing, and it was a little strange to feel like, damn, now I'm by myself. Like it feels uncomfortable feeling like you're becoming an adult and noticing that people just walk out of your life, without a reason, or maybe there is a reason but not like a reason good enough for the person to just leave. Like at some point it did hurt me, I'm not gonna lie. I went through depression and everything, I guess, but it wasn't because of that. Like I was going through stuff before that, and that's why I asked for space. And it just happened. There are more people. That's where I'm going with this. There is people in my life that I am glad that I have in my life right now. Um, there is people that I am more comfortable with than I ever was with any of them. Maybe those people are in the same group that we are together now. I know that there's going to be more people that walk into my life and make me feel like they will stay there, but maybe some won't, and I'm fine with that. Like doors are open for you to come in and to leave, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to let anybody just walk into my life. Like I'm a hard person to I'm hard to get comfortable with, because I would not be the type to beg or to make you feel like, oh, you're in my place, do whatever you want. Like I make you feel like you have to respect me in order for me to give you any type of attention. And it's not that I want people to feel like they have to do that. Like, you don't have to if you don't want to, but like, respect me so I can give you respect. Because if you're the type of person that comes into people's lives and makes the people's life a mess, I don't want you in my life, and I will let you know that. And it's hard for me to even talk about this because I'm all over the place. I mean, this is my first video, so it's a little bit uncomfortable to even talk to a camera, Like, I don't know who's even gonna watch this. It's hard, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about my life. So I have goals, not just dreams, but goals, and I do try to accomplish them. I am 18, like I said, if I said it before, because I've done like 5 videos. But yeah, I'm still in high school, but not because I got left back, because I am actually like pretty smart for school. When I came to the US, I didn't know any English. They left me back because of that reason, because the district thought that me at a lower grade, it would be easier for me to learn English. And I guess it did help me because I did learn the basics pretty quick, and everything else I feel like I'm still learning, but I will get there to, well, it's not like I'm ever gonna get perfect at it, because even native borns do, have a little problem, because English, it's pretty hard. At this point, I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm not trying to rush anything to make it feel like fast, or I'm not stressing about life, because I have time. I don't have like the most amount of time, but I do have time. And since I was talking about my goals, I do plan to go to college, because I do not plan to be a dropout, and I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for my parents as well, but first for me, because I feel like they have worked pretty hard for me to be where I'm at. I'm not the type of person that likes to party or be out or do a bunch of things like at once, because I do get overwhelmed when there's a lot of people around me, and I just feel bored. And then there is the times when I do, and I feel like doing that, but it's just not my lifestyle. And some other people in my life, they have that lifestyle, but your life is not my life, so you do you and I'll do me. And that's how I've learned to like be comfortable with everyone around me, because I've learned that I can't control people with the time. And at some point I did, or somebody made me feel like I was controlling them, but I stopped, and whatever I was doing at that point, I guess I just let it go, and we wanted different things. So here we are where we are right now. So I'm a dispatcher for more like a family company, kind of family. I guess you can say it's family related, because most of my family does work there. And yeah, I work from home. I only work 4 to 5 days a week, and I guess I do make decent money. I don't have a car yet. At some point I will. I do drive without a license, but I will get my license soon. When I don't work, I usually go to the gym. I haven't been going lately, but I will get back to it. I mean, I don't need it. I just go because there's nothing else to do. On my free time, if I'm not at the gym, I usually spend it with friends. And well, not friends, like that sounds like a lot, but like family and friends at the same time, but not too many. Probably like two friends, three. And the word friends doesn't mean the same for like anybody in my life. Like there is different levels to friends for me. Um, I just call them friends because that's what you call people that are in your life, because you don't want to call them acquaintances because then they will feel unwelcome. But you know who's your friend and who's not. My goals. So I plan to go to pre-medical school for the first 2 years until I get my first degree. Then from there, I plan to go to the police academy to at least help my parents pay for college, because I don't want them to have all of it like on their shoulders. And I will be the type that is going to pay back to them, because I do not want to feel like they're just spending money on me for no reason. I mean, I get it, every parent wants their kid to go to college, but the payment is not going to be like me paying them the cash. It's like me helping my sister out, helping like the ones that come after me with college so they don't have to do it. And like my sisters are gonna help me with college, and my brother-in-law and everybody involved. Like we have a plan and we're planning to cope with it, and I am gonna get somewhere because my plan is done. And if it doesn't work, I have a backup plan. But yeah, I plan to go to the police academy, and while working as a police officer, I will take my college courses as a medical student. And I plan to go to medical school for the years that you need to go, then go into a training hospital and do what I got to do in order to become a pediatrician. And I feel like that's something that I want to do, and it's right here stuck in my head, and it's not gonna get out until I feel like I'm done. And I'm not the type of person that quits on myself, so even though it does take a long time, I will get it done. However, I have to get it done. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want. You know, I'm new to this, so if you like my video, share it, subscribe, do what you gotta do. If you felt good watching this, it's because my message in the beginning of the video was it's okay for people to walk out of your life, and there are going to be people who are going to stay there, who are always going to be there. And if there aren't, there will be people who will walk into your life, and those people might be better than the ones who were there at some point. Who knows? So that's not something to worry about. I talked about my goals because I feel like me talking about my goals might make somebody else feel like their goals could also be accomplished. And yeah, like I said before, subscribe, share, do what you gotta do. I'll see you on the next one. And I probably will be posting Tuesdays and Thursdays. Most likely Thursdays though. But stay tuned.
It feels nice cuando